It's time to get your morning started with the news you need to know.
News update.
This is what's trending with DJ and PK. Hashtag NBA.
There's never been a Celtic team ever with a better playoff record than what you guys have to this point. You guys have a chance to be second all time, and the 86 team went 82-18. You guys could be 2 games away from that as like the second best Celtic team ever in terms of record. How much more would that add to it when you think of all that this franchise has done? You guys could be at the top of a whole lot of lists in that record book.
I didn't know that. That would be really cool. But you guys probably would say we didn't play anybody to get here, so we just have to do it again next year.
For me, in the end, the impact that you can have on 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds, the fulfillment that you get from being a part of the last group of people that could maybe change the lives of young people, and then the opportunity, obviously, to come back to a place and to do something that hasn't been done, since John Wooden and those great UCLA teams, the chance to go for history, and what you mean to the state of Connecticut and UConn as a whole, and then all the family considerations as well. Just there was too many things that kept me here.
That's Dan Hurley on why he said no to the Lakers and stayed at UConn. The family stuff, the history, it was all there for him, and he's close to Jersey.
Sure, his parents are getting older. Those of you who are in that situation can relate to that firsthand. You feel like you have something in common with a multimillionaire.
Before that, Jason Tatum. Celtic history, one of the most dominant teams. But they'll have to do it again next year.
That's such a nerd media thing to bring up. Who cares? What does that mean?
Got to write about something with 3 days between games. Although only 2 this time. This is one of the short turnarounds in the series. Still, got to write about something. So they compared him to Celtic history. Title 18 up for grabs tonight. Celtics can get the sweep, finish off the Mavericks, and celebrate. Game 4 tips off at 6:30. And with the Mavericks on the brink of elimination, superstar Luka Doncic acknowledged that his frustration with officials has been an issue during the NBA Finals, and he vowed to take a different approach during Game 4. Go back to playing fun. We talk about how we come from 21 points down in the fourth quarter of the Finals. We were having fun. We were defending. We were running. Our pace was great. Just taking good shots.
Have fun.
Replicate that quarter. Good luck. And J.J. Redick will formally interview for the Lakers coaching job this weekend. Strong performance expected to move him to the forefront of the franchise's search. They've talked on the phone in recent days. And Redick understands and accepts Pelinka's lengthy pursuit of Dan Hurley.
Well, he has no choice if he wants the job. But get on with it, man. Find someone who's going to help you finish 7th, maybe 8th, and away you go.
Music to Jazz fans' ears. Put the Lakers back in 7th again. Yes! DJ and PK.
Hashtag NFL.
Well, in true competition, that's why we set it up as we did, to have Marcus have some and Jaden to have some. So, no great declarations other than being true to who we are. As competitors, there's no doubt that Jaden's making unbelievable progress here, and we'll have a really fun camp. But he's earned that opportunity to go compete. We wouldn't have given him those spaces and those times and those reps if he hadn't. But it was really clear that he's put in the work and he was ready to do that. So it was by intention for sure that he was able to do that.
I think it's been cool that we've been trying. Coach Reed's back to my old days. He's forcing me to push the ball down the field. If I don't, he throws little jabs at me, oh, you want to throw the check down here? And I'm just like, I got you, coach. We're gonna push it.
Pat Mahomes on the need to push it and throw deep. The Chiefs looking for more explosive plays as they launch the quest for the three-peat. They got their rings with hundreds of diamonds and rubies, and oh my gosh.
Is he Destiny's Child here? Push it. Push it.
Push it real good. Yes, that's it. Destiny's Child, the 3rd Super Bowl title. It's never been done. Last team with 3 NFL titles, the Green Bay Packers and Bart Starr, and that was my dad's era. Your dad get into the Green Bay Packers?
Oh. You kidding? He had season tickets.
He did not. The commute from Jersey. Let's get on the train and go to the game. You also heard Dan Quinn on the Commanders' quarterback situation. Competition. It's going to make everything better. Jim Harbaugh making everything better for the Chargers. Justin Herbert, Chargers quarterback, says the new coach has already significantly changed the team. It's been an honor to play for him. He used the word honor and share the quarterback room. He's done such a great job taking this team and getting him where he wants to go, Herbert said. He's won wherever he's at. He's a guy that everyone wants to follow and play for.
Great, man.
Feels like they ought to get it done now, right? The most important positions. How are you doing with the head coach? You got a rock-solid head coach. You got a quarterback. In the NFL, you tend to be on your way. Maybe not right away, although they'll take it if they get that, but certainly over 2, 3, 4 years.
I wish you guys well.
The Jaguars and quarterback Trevor Lawrence have agreed on a 5-year, $275 million contract extension. $200 million of that guaranteed, including $142 million up front. A big old pile of cash immediately.
I read somewhere where John Elway in his entire NFL career made $45 million, and this guy's going to make $270-something.
Average salary, $55 million. That's top shelf in the NFL right now.
Yeah, we'll see. He's shown progress.
Got them in the second or third tier of the AFC. I don't know how you split it up, but can they make the jump?
I don't dope out NFL in June, so I don't know about that.
Atlanta Falcons on Thursday were docked a 5th-round pick in the 2025 draft and fined $250,000 for violating the NFL's anti-tampering policy related to free agent signings. And the league cleared the Eagles of tampering while signing Saquon Barkley. A 5th-round pick and $250,000. This little slap on the wrist right there. Exactly. DJ and PK.
Hashtag college football.
Well, listen, it's my job to provide opportunity and possibility to the conference, to make sure that I'm aware of what's happening around us. Yes, private equity has been out there in the news, and obviously a lot of people are thinking about private equity. I think in some respects, private equity is a validation of where this industry is going and the growth trajectory that we're all on. So I don't look at it as a bad thing. I was in the NBA when private equity started coming in. You're seeing that the NFL is about to open their doors for private equity. So it's not foreign, and certainly not foreign for me, but I do think in some respects it's a validation because, private equity likes to go to places where, industries are in the growth mode, and we certainly are in the growth mode.
That's Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark talking up the idea of private equity, letting gazillionaires buy in, own a stake of the league. Of course, they're going to want money back. It's another mouth to feed. So how are you going to invest that money and make oodles more? That's what the Big 12. Oodles, gazillions, millions.
Well, it's all designed to close the gap between the other two. And really the ACC, because the Big 12, despite the fact that people want to say that Yormark walks on water, they're 4th. They're last place in terms of revenue.
Big 12 is exploring the possibility of selling its naming rights to a corporate sponsor. For instance, the All-State 12 Conference is the leading candidate. The big All-State Conference has also been discussed. Multi-year deal could earn the league between $30 and $50 million annually, and that would be, of course, divided between 16 members.
That's among 16 members. You can't divide something between 16. That's
it impossible. Does say among here.
Yeah, well, why not? What do you got to lose?
Grab the cash. You need it to close the gap PK just mentioned.
You're not going to close the gap. They'll just get more. You're always going to be behind, but give it a shot.
DJ and PK.
Hashtag Major League Baseball.
The 1-1 fly ball left field. Whoa, way back and gone. He got a hanging slider and did not miss. Number 2 for Malloy, and the Tigers take a 2-1 lead in the 6th.
Now the pitch. Line shot. And fair up the left field line it goes. Around second, on his way to third. Coming around third, flying around third. Isbell dives at home plate. Royals win it. Michael Garcia hit a bullet past third base.
Swing and a drive to right center. It's deep. It's going to win it. Back by the wall. It's gone. Put it in the books. J.D. Martinez with a game-winning 2-run opposite field home run. He hit it just to the left of the Marlins bullpen beyond the 380 mark. And the Mets have come back to win it in the bottom of the ninth inning, 3-2.
Mets walking it off 3-2, all kinds of drama. The big dogs losing, PK. How often this year have the Dodgers, Yankees, and Phillies all lost on the same day?
First time ever.
And yet they did. Rangers taking the Dodgers down 3-1. Well, that money they spent, the Dodgers not really swinging the bats the way I expected. They seemed to come up empty a little bit.
Okay.
Red Sox blast the Phillies 9-3, and you heard the Royals edging the Yankees 4-3. Bees were walked off by the Las Vegas Aviators in the third game of this series. 3-2 the final. Jordan Diaz with the game-winning hit. Series continues tonight. Tony Park's pregame at 7:50. First pitch at 8:05. DJ and PK.
#golf.
I felt like I controlled most aspects of my game really well. Controlled myself, controlled my mind, was very disciplined when I needed to be. Kept hitting the ball pin high with my approach shots, which is really important around here. And yeah, just, relentlessly trying to hit fairways, trying to hit greens. The way I played today, the way I hit the ball, the way I managed myself, felt like that score was pretty deserved.
Rory McIlroy, co-leader after one round of the U.S. Open, firing a first round 5 under 65. Now he's already out today, and he has started the number 10 and bogeyed the 11th hole, so he's dropped back a stroke. But a good opening day for Rory McIlroy right there, tied with Patrick Cantlay. Cantlay goes out later this morning, 11:25.
Well, true.
Who impressed you? You get watching any of that yesterday? You get a vibe? No vibe.
Well, I look at the scores, but it's so early. I mean, it's so many things can happen. You want to be in contention, and I would say conservatively, anybody who's even or better, and I could even go beyond that, but certainly anybody who's even or better is in contention, which we have, 50 guys at that level. 15
players went under par yesterday, and another 17 were right at par. So that's a lot of people and a lot of big names. Some former U.S. Open champions in there, so there's a lot of people within range.
Yeah, Zach Blair and Tony Finau, two locals, are in that category.
Yep. Zach Blair coming in right at even par, and Finau was 2 under. Zach tees off this afternoon at 12:31, and Finau will get going at about 11:35. DJ and PK.
#NHL.
Pushes it deep inside the Oilers zone. Now played out front shot, and they score! What a setup! Tarasenko out in front. He was set up by Luostarinen, and the Panthers take a 2-1 lead with 10:48 to play here in the second. Pass out of the zone. Panthers on the move. It's Barkov to Rodriguez. Barkov in front. A lone shot, and he scores! Barkov makes it 4-1 Panthers with 4:29 to go in the second. The captain streaks in alone, and the Panthers lead by a trio. Ekblad here on the near side continues to hold it. What strength he's showing here down to our right. The near corner. The Oilers come up with a pass to the line, and it's to nobody all the way down to our left. It rolls. The final seconds tick away, and the Panthers take Game 3 by a 4-3 final score. The Panthers lead the Stanley Cup Final 3-0.
The captain, Alexander Barkov, taking the big hit in Game 2, getting knocked out, comes back with a goal and an assist, and a huge second period carries the Panthers to the 4-3 win. They are on the verge of hoisting the cup, and Edmonton's on the verge of getting swept at home, Game 4, Saturday night, with everything on the line. The NHL's new team, the Utah Hockey Club, for 1 year. Put the Utah brand out there, a little black, a little light blue. And then we'll sell you some more stuff in another year when we have the name picked out and the logo all done and all the artwork and everything.
So what's done?
Utah Hockey Club, as we expected for a long time.
Well, we've already known that. But the sale is
finally finalized.
Sale finally?
Yeah. Apparently there was some, I don't know, paperwork or money, whatever. There was a big thing about it yesterday. It's done. It's official.
I missed the big thing.
I know.
How do you know?
Because you just said you did.
But when you say I know, that would imply that you already knew before I said it.
You didn't watch a lot of golf yesterday, and it occurred to me you told me what you were doing yesterday, so I know why you were a little unplugged for the sporting universe for a few hours.
I did not know that was big news. I thought it was fait accompli, to quote my French.
What is Trending is brought to you by Shamrock Plumbing. There's no job too big or too small. Get the personal touch with Shamrock Plumbing. Coming up, we are talking U.S. Open with Bob Casper. He'll be here at 8 o'clock. Pablo Mastrani, RSL head coach, at 8:30. They're in Montreal Saturday night. And David Locke, radio voice of the Utah Jazz, at 9 o'clock to talk finals and draft. DJ and PK, it's 97.5 The Zone.